Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to see how we can make EBS volumes visible in a Windows EC2 instance. Right? So let us see what we are going to learn in this video. So first of all, in the last video, we have already created an EC2 instance and we have also created an EBS volume and attached it to the instance. In this video, we are again going to see how we can attach a volume to an EC2 instance. After that, I will be mounting this volume through server management in my Windows EC2 instance. After that, we will be viewing that the volume is visible to us just as all other physical drives, right? So let us go to our AWS management console. So here I have already logged into my AWS management console and I will be quickly switching to EC2 dashboard. Now this is my EC2 instances dashboard, and if I will be clicking on instances, then you can quickly visualize that I have an EC2 instance, that is a Windows EC2 instance already running in my account, right? So in this region I have one EC2 instance, right? What I'm going to do is, first of all, I will be connecting to my EC2 instance. So I will be clicking on connect, going to RDP client and download the remote desktop file so that I can actually do RDP into my EC2 instance. So saving it, and that is being saved actually right over here. So for actually logging into my account, I will be requiring password. So click on get password, browse the key, and here is my Windows key. Open it and then decrypt the password and copy the password, right? Open up the RDP file, connect, it requires the password, so paste it over here and OK. Yes, and the connection is now being established. Here. So here you can see that the Windows EC2 instances is now being started. So coming back, let it actually work on in the background, and coming back to our AWS management console, clicking on instances, you can see that in the volume tab over here, Elastic Block Store volumes, I have two volumes in my account right now, right? One is my Win EC2, that is the root volume, which is actually in use and it is actually attached to my EC2 instance. The second volume is the Windows volume that we have actually created, and this is available not yet attached to my EC2 instance, right? But before attaching it, I will be actually switching to my EC2 instance and checking that what memory does it actually shows. So coming to the start button, right? Windows system, and in this there will be this PC, right? So click on this PC. And here you can see that we have only 20.9 GBs local C drive available, which is nothing but the root volume of my EC2 instance, which is here, this one, right? This is of 30 GB. So this is actually been attached to my EC2 instance, and that was also visible over here like a local disk. Now, what I want is, I want another 20 gigs of memory, which is this Win volume, right? So for that, we need to attach it to our EC2 instance, right? So select on Win volume, go to action, click on attach volume, and you will be finding the ID of your EC2 instance. So my Win EC2, right? So that is the ID, and I'm clicking on attach. right? So with this, you can see that there is a change in state. It's changed from available to in use, and here it is the attachment information, right? The ID of my EC2 instance, right? So refresh it, and the volume is now been attached, right? So it is working fine. So now coming back to my EC2 instance, but you can see that we can visualize only one drive over here. We cannot visualize the second 20 gigs of memory. It is showing only 30 gigs. So where is that particular volume gone, right? But in order to make that particular drive or a physical drive available and actually work over it, we need to make it visible both in our Windows EC2 instances as well as in our Linux EC2 instances. So now we are going to perform certain steps that will make that local disk right now visible in this PC, right? So just crossing it, clicking again on the start button and going to server manager. So here we will be switching ourselves to server manager, and then we will be performing certain steps, right? So it is now being started. So we have to wait for some time, and there will be a file and storage link available within a few minutes. Right. So you can see that here we have the file and storage services. So you will be clicking on this. And in this particular windows, when you will be clicking on volumes, you can visualize only C drive over here, right? So there is no other memory of 20 gigs actually attached to it. But then you will be switching to disk. Then you can see that there are a disk, that is this one disk which is offline, and this is of 20 gigs, right? That is the one which we have actually now attached to our EC2 instance. And the online one is the indexing numbering is from 0. The online one is which is this 30 gigs. Online means that is visible to you, and offline it is not yet visible, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to make it visible, right? So this is the 20 gigs of memory that we have actually attached it, right? So now right clicking on the 20 gigs of memory, and you will be getting an option of bring online. So click on it, and yes. So now what you did actually, you brought this online, and then what you have to do, you have to click over it again, and then click on new volume, right? Because this is only now been online, but you have to actually make it visible and give it a name, right? So click over it, then click on next, and it is of course of 20 gigs, everything is fine. Next. Okay. If you want to partition it, that is you had got 20, if you want to partition it into 20 size, then also you can do it. I won't be changing it, let it be 20. Next, give it a drive letter, so I have given it D because C I already have. Next, nothing is going to change. Volume label, I will be giving it the name of new underscore volume, right? File system is NTFS. If you want to change, you can change it, and you can also change the allocated unit size, but no need to actually do that over here, and you are just giving a label to it, and then click next, right? Everything is looking very fine. Now click on create, and you can see that it is just formatting the value, it is updating the cache, and here that completion has been now performed, right? So now if you can go on the volumes, you can see that there are two volumes, one is C and the other one is D, right? Now crossing it off, if we now go to this PC, then we will be seeing both the drives available to us. So this PC, and here you can see that you have that D volume available over here, and now open it and perform any single task that you actually want to perform. You can create new folders, you can put data, you can do anything that whatever you actually want, just as you work on your Windows systems, right? So now that will be acting as simply as another drive. Like this, you can actually partition the drives, and you can add any sort of memory that you want to add to your EC2 instance. So that was all in this hands-on. I hope that you liked it and that was a little bit informative to you guys. For more such videos, stay tuned to my channel. Thank you.